Yes, let me continue. Here, this is the first session on web UI programming. This course is named here web UI. UI here it is a user interface. User interface. User interactive page, we can create it by this UI programming. Here in this, I'm going to teach HTML 4 and 5. Second topic, CSS 2 and 3. Third one, JavaScript. Here, fourth one, jQuery. Here, fifth one, Ajax. Here, sixth one, responsive design. Here, responsive design. Then seventh one will be here, bootstrap. Here, eighth one here, less and SAS. Here, ninth one is project. 10th one is exam. So this is my regular plan for this UI. Total duration will be here 2 months. 2 months. Here I'm going to continue for this 2 months on these all topics. Here in first 2 days of demonstration, generally I'll cover what all topics of UI we have. In that, here what all the topics of UI we have, and each topic brief information. So first, what is UI, what is server, what is database, what is the real usage of it. And after that, I'll explain to you how it will work to create our application. Just brief information, each topic I'll cover you in the demonstration. Here in this demonstration time, I'll cover each topic brief information. Here, each topic brief information, generally I'll cover you in this demonstration. So let me create 9 p.m. August 24 at UI. Okay. See, I'll share everyday files with the date wise. So this one I can upload in one drive. The drive I'll share with the students. So students can access my drive to listen that recordings. And drive, same drive I'll use it for programs, the paint files and recordings and document. Every topic related document I'll upload in one Gmail drive. That drive I'll share with you. Here I'll create one 9 p.m. drive, 11 a.m. drive. How I created, same way I'll create one drive for your batch. In the drive, I'll upload everyday class notes. And weekend, Monday to Friday, I'll take topic sessions. Saturdays, I'll go for project sessions. Monday to Friday topic session. Saturdays, I'll go for project session. See here, like this, I'll create all. See here. Like this, I'll create all folders, recordings, programs, paint file, documents. Like this only, I'll create my all folders. In this recordings folder, you will get it here, all my recordings. Here, everyday class recording, I'll upload it here in this recordings folder. Programs folder, everyday class programs, I'll upload it in this programs folder. Here, paint file, topic wise, all files, I'll upload it here. Date wise, I'll upload all paint files. Recordings, see all the list of recordings. Like this, I'll create one drive for your batch. The drive I'll share with the students. So students will have access. So they can listen the recording. They can access my files. Now come back to here. First we'll learn what is UI. Here UI means here it is a user interface. User interface. User interactive page, we can create it by this front-end programming. Because of this front-end programming, we can create this UI page. Because of this front-end programming, you can develop the front part of the application. Suppose if you are entering www.google.com. So because of this, you can see here that Google main logo. Here you can find one search option. Here you can find one search option. Once you click on that search option, your data will be redirected to server. Here I'll click on the search option from this. Here once you click on the search option, your data will be redirected to server. Server connected to database. Here I'm going to click my input field here. This will connect to server, server connected to a database, database back to server. Server will give you resultant page for us. That resultant page is our UI page. Starting page is a UI page. Resultant page is also a UI page. But in the middle, it is interacting with the two other programmings. Those are server-side programs. Here, this server side here, PHP, Java, .NET, Python, all comes under server programs. Who know this front-end programming? Here I'm explaining here front-end programming. In this front-end programming, this is what here database. Database. Here databases are here. Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, all comes under databases. Here Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server. Here SQL Server, MongoDB, all comes under databases. Here, that resultant page, what you are getting here, this is also UI page. Starting page is also a UI page. You will get here all the list of links. Link 1, link 2, link 3, like this. You will get it here, all the links for our application. Okay, this list of links, whatever I'm getting here, this is also because of our front-end program. Here I'm explaining here UI connected to server, server connected to database. This all interactions, we call it as MVC architecture. Model View Controller Architecture, we always follow to design our application. We are following here MVC architecture to design our application. MVC, here it is Model View Controller Architecture. Here in this Model View Controller Architecture, you can find it here how to create the starting page. View page is comes under in that MVC architecture. Here in this MVC architecture, here model view controllers. Here model view controller architecture, generally we will create it here. This is what 3-tier architecture to create our application. Sorry. Here, always we will create model view controller architecture to design our application here. In this view part, model part, controller part. Model part and controller part, we will design it by server program. View part, we will design it by our UI program. Because of UI programming, you will create the view part for our application. View part of the application, we can design it by our UI programming. So here I'm going to teach this UI programming here. In this 3 architectures we have, I'm going to teach only the front end part for our application. 3 programs are involving, 3 developers are involving here. One is if you develop any website, that website, whatever you can see with the browser, recharge websites, MeSeva websites, IRCTC, redbus.com, like that, you will find all websites. Those all websites, whatever application, every page you can see, that is what front end. The front end connected with a server code will run the business logic. According to that business logic, it will execute and it will print it database for us. So this is what here, front end connected to server, server connected to database, database back to server, server will give you resultant page for us. Here, in these 3 teams are involving here. One is web UI developers. Here, web UI developers. Second one here, server side developers. Here, third one here, it is database developers. So 3 team of developers are working for this application. Here, we are going with in our 9 PM batch, we are continuing with the only front-end programming. So after completion of this course, you can apply in a position in the outside. You can apply that position of that development will be here front-end developer. You can be a front-end developer. You can apply. Yes, please. Yes, what is your doubt, Kamal?
कमाया किसी ने नहीं है जाके
Yes, what is your doubt, Kamal? Are you asking anything? Fine. Mute it. Okay. Here, first you have to get idea about what is UI, how it will be helpful in the real time. See, I'll show you one URL here. If you open google.com, facebook.com like that, here if you enter facebook.com, you can see that front-end application will be like this. This is one here, front-end page for our application. In this, I'll enter my email address, I'll enter my password. So by that, I can submit my application form. So once I click submit button for my application, my data will be connected to server. So here in this time, you can see here from this URL, you can understand here our front end page is connecting with a PHP. So this Facebook page is developed by PHP programming. Here, this Facebook page is developed by front end programming. Here, UI is connecting with the PHP. PHP is connecting with the database. This type of interactions you can see in this Facebook. The business logic code, we will write it here in the PHP programming. Business logic totally, we will run it here by PHP programming. See, our login.php file will connect to server, server connected to database. This type of interactions you can observe here in every UI programming. In every UI programming, you can find it here, this type of interactions. Always front-end page connected to server, server page will connect to database. So this is what here our application development. Here we are able to create our application with our data. So that data will be here like this. I'll show you one more application development. Here one more URL I'll show you here. Oracle create account. So once you enter button here, you can find it here. Here, once you enter button here, you can find it one front-end application will be like this. Here, one front-end application will be like this. So this is what here starting page of the application. Here, Oracle create account page. In this time, you can find it here that Oracle create account page will be like this. Here is my Oracle create account page. Here also you can find some email address, password, country, address, everything you can find it like this. Here, now, if you submit your application form, here, now if you submit your application form, you can see here that application will be like this. Here, I can submit my application form. So once I click submit button, the data, here, this particular data will be submitted to server. So once I submit my application form, so that all data will be submitted to one server page, that is JSP. See, copy this. Here, come to the URL. Here, I'll paste it. See, this page is interacting with the front end. UI is connecting with the Java page. Here, it is a JSP page. This is interacting with the database. Here, always front-end page connected to server, server connected to database. This type of interactions you can observe here in every front-end programming. In every front-end programming, you can find it here, this type of all interactions. Always front-end connected to server, server connected to database. Okay, so this is what here totally MVC architecture. In this, every web page is following same type of architecture. see nowadays, if you want to recharge your mobile, or if you want to go travel anywhere, either bus or train or by bike booking also, it is in the form of websites or in the form of app. So present trend of technology usage is here, usage is more rather than going to physical, make a queue and form in a queue and pay your bills and recharge. Everything we are not doing by going outside, and we are not doing all the works. Everything we are doing with the technology. So that websites or apps we are using nowadays. So that's why here everywhere front end is important. So present websites, whatever you can see in the market, those all front end is important. So when you enter any URL in the browser, you can see that application, or if you download one app from the Play Store, you will see that app. Here, those all front-end applications. The front-end is important for every development. So once you enter URL, you can see that application. Same application you can show you in the form of app. Okay. So in this time, so whatever application you can see here, that application should be here interact with the server connected to database. Those all interactions are compulsion. Front-end page connected to server page connected to database. Here, this three-tier architecture we are following. Here in our course, we are going to concentrate only the front-end part. I'm not going to teach any server, any database. But when I explain project session, that time I'll cover you how much it is required, that much server code, that much database I'll cover. How much server code is required, that much server code, that much database I'll cover for our project development. Here it is starting UI page. We can see here these three URLs, these two URLs are with the two different server codes. One is PHP, one is JSP. Okay. Here this PHP page, once you enter your username password, you can log in. See here, once you enter your username password for this Facebook, you can log in and you can see inbox page. But if you observe here, you want to log in for Facebook. So you will enter your username password. You can click on the submit button. Your data will be submitted to server. So this time what happened here, if you enter your email address password, if you are a valid user, then only you can log in. If you are a invalid user, you cannot see your inbox. If you are an invalid user, you cannot see your inbox. If you are a valid user, you can see your inbox. So this time you can understand here, when you enter any URL in the browser, your username password are connecting to PHP page. In this Facebook, it is connecting with the PHP page. PHP page is connecting with that database. So because of that reason, if you until you enter valid user ID password, you cannot submit your application form. If you are a valid user, then only you can submit your application form for our application development. Here I'm submitting my application form. See, I can't see any error messages here. See, this is my user email address password. Once you click on the submit button, my data is redirecting to server. So my data is redirecting to server. Here, that server page, the duty of server here, it has to read the details from the front end, make connection with the database, select, means we will run one query in the database. Here, based on the query, if you are a valid user, you will redirect to inbox. If you are an invalid user, you cannot redirect to inbox. One thing you have to understand here, if you are a front-end developer, here you are entering your username and password. Once you enter your username password here, your data will be here, your data will be displayed on our application. Here, I'm going to print this data in our application. So whenever I print this data in the application, you can see here, whenever you want to log in for this Facebook, you have to enter your details. So this time, if you right click inspect element on this website, see, I want to find it, what the code is here. See, some code I can see here. Some code I can see here. See here, doc type, HTML, and body. If you check here, see, here also you can find it here. Right click, inspect element on this. Here, inspect element. Now you can find it here, doc type, HTML, head and body. See here, doc type, HTML, head and body type. So this is the common code for every development. For every application development, HTML, see here, doc type, HTML, head and body. Here also doc type, HTML, head and body. Here, doc type, HTML, head and body, and here also doc type, HTML, head and body. So as of now, we don't know any doc type, HTML, head and body. In this time, how can you develop your application? With this, you can understand. Okay. See, I'm developing my application with this doc type, HTML, head and body. Doc type means here, document type of HTML. Even in both the subjects, in both the websites, see here. Here and here, you can see here, same type of output. Kamal, are you asking any question? Why? He's unmuted. Is some noise coming from? Yeah. Here, now, you can find it here. The doc type HTML head and body is the common code for every development. For every application development, doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of this one. Here, doc type, here it is document type of HTML. Here, document type of HTML is the doc type. See here. So we are following some standard structure of writing our program. That is one here, doc type, HTML, and body. This is the standard code for every website. You can open Gmail, Twitter, Facebook, Yahoo, Miseva.com, IRCTC, TSRTC, Redbus.com. Any website you can open. In that, it will show you standard code is this one. Here, up to now, I explained here three team of developers. In that, we are going with only the front-end development in this course. In this front-end development, I'm showing you here one website. Here, Oracle create account. After submitting my application form, it will redirect to JSP. That is other programming. As of now here, this is one front end. In this doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Here doc type means here it's a document type of HTML. Head tag, body tag is the standard code. Here now, if I submit my application form, here I'm getting error. If I submit my application form without any data, here also I'm getting some error. See, I'm getting some error here. If I submit my application form, I'll get some error messages here. This is also by our server program and this is also by our server program. Here front end connected to server, here also front end connected to server. This time you have to understand here, once you enter your username password, your details are submitted to server. In this time, if you don't enter proper input, if you don't write proper input field in each input field, then we will get error message. Invalid password, at least one number, at least one letter, capital letter, like that, we will get all errors. Here, doc type, here it is the document type of HTML. Doc type is nothing but it's a document type of HTML. Head tag, body tag is the standard code of HTML. Doc type HTML, HTML head and body tag you can show you for your execution. Here head is used to write. What is the purpose of this head? See, let's delete it. Delete this head. Up to now I said what is UI, what is server, what is database. Now I explain here what is the standard code of every website. That is doc type, HTML, head and body. I only removed that head tag for my application. So if I remove the head tag, see output is displaying like this. Here total output is displaying for our application like this. Doc type, HTML, head and body. In this, that basic application, it is displaying like this. Here, this way of development you can show for your exhibition. See here, you can see that standard code of HTML will be like this. In this time, here doc type, HTML, head and body is the standard code. Once you refresh, see here, all will back. Only HTML code, if you use it, you can display buttons, radio button, password box, email address box, drop down list, everything you can display. See, if I remove the head section, you can see that basic skeleton of the web page. Here also, if you remove the head section, you can show you basic skeleton of a web page. This is what basic skeleton of our web page. Here I am able to show you basic skeleton of the web page is by HTML. If I add CSS for this, then I can show you alignment for this. See, now website is properly aligned. If I remove head, you cannot see any proper alignment for our application. Here, you cannot show you any proper alignment for your application. So bottom line here, every website will show you standard code is HTML tags, that is doc type, HTML head and body. Because of a doc type, it is we are giving instruction to the browser in the form of document type of HTML. I'm going to create a document, the type of HTML, that is doc type. In that standard code of HTML page here, doc type, HTML, head and body. So head tag, if you write it here, it describes the header information for our application. Here, head tag and body tag, you can write it for our development. Head tag and body tag. Head tag is used to write header information. Body tag is used to write body part of our application. If you don't write the body tag, if you don't write the head tag, only with body tag, you can show content, but there is no alignment for our content. If you don't write any alignment for our content, that application look like this. Doc type, HTML, head and body is the standard code of HTML. Here, doc type, here document type of HTML. If you don't write the head section, there is no proper alignment. Okay, here HTML basic structure, any UI part basic structure here it is doc type, HTML, HTML start, HTML close. Here only you can find it here, head tag and body tag. Okay. Here under this head and body, in head section, we generally write second topic of our course, that is CSS code, JavaScript code, here jQuery code, etc. etc. We will write it here under this. Here inside the body tag, we can write it here total text boxes, buttons, all HTML tags, we will write it under this. All HTML tags, we will write it under this. So this is what here our UI programming. In this UI programming, if you enter any URL for your application, you can see every website standard code will be like this. HTML is nothing but it's a hypertext markup language. It's a title of HTML. Here it is hypertext markup language. Okay. Markup means it is a tag based programming. Markup is nothing but it's a tag based programming. So everything in between the less than and greater than. So that's why we call it as it's a tag based programming. Tag is nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. Here we are writing here HTML is a tag based programming. Tag is nothing but here HTML is a hypertext markup language. Markup means here it is a tag based programming. Here programming tag is nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. Instruction to browser, we call it as tags. Here these tags we will write it in between less than and in between the greater than. Less than and greater than we will write it. This is what tag. Here I can able to show you some list of tags like this. Up to now I explained here what is the use of title, what is the use of first topic of our course, that is HTML. Because of this HTML topic, here HTML, we can create basic skeleton of the web page. Here skeleton of web page, we can create it using JavaScript. Sorry, using HTML. Using HTML, we can create basic skeleton of the web page. So we are able to create basic skeleton of a web page is because of HTML. HTML is creating basic skeleton of our application. Up to now, is it clear for you? Up to now, is it clear for you? Any doubt in this? Kamal, Rajesh, Suma.
Yes, I got it, ma'am.
Got it. Rajesh?
Yeah, I got it.
Clear. Okay. Here, next I'm going for, here, I'll refresh my website. So all properly aligned. See here, you can see proper alignment for your application when you add CSS for your application. So here itself, you can see here, you can see here CSS code for my program. CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. Here CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. Cascading style sheet, we call it as CSS. Here CSS mainly gives alignment of web page and colorful structures, background colors. Here background colors, borders, text related styles, font related styles, all we will learn it under CSS. Under CSS, you will learn here how to write all style part for our application. Complete style part of our application, we can easily develop it by this CSS. Here, style part of our application, we can develop it by this CSS. CSS gives you proper alignment for our application. This alignment, we can do it by CSS. See here. If I remove this head, you cannot see any proper alignment. So, inside the head section only, we will write our CSS. So once you refresh, all will back. See here, if you don't believe it, go and right click inspect element on this. See, you can see one button. For that button, you can see one color. Okay. See, you can see one color, background color. So if you don't want that color, see here. You can change the color like this. Whatever color you are interested or client requirement. According to the client requirement, we have to develop our website. So according to the client requirement only, we have to use that color for this button or a radio button, checkbox, drop down list. For everything, we have to use that. Here, background color, what I am applying here, that color will be applied for that button. So it will be like this. Next, I am going for, here it is one input box. Once you click submit button, your data will be submitted to server. Once you refresh, all will back. See here, you can see that standard code of HTML will be like this. So now what I'm doing here, this is what here, total HTML application. In this, if I don't write the, here, if I don't write the head, I cannot see any proper alignment. See, output will come like this. If you refresh, all will back. Suppose if you want to change the background color for this, see it is in white color. If you don't want that color here, so div wrapper we have. So for this, I'm applying background color. That first half, it refers to, here I applied one color. Here it is overlapping with other div tags. Here div tag content we have. So I'll apply one background color for this. It is also overlapping with other. Here display none, display some other properties applying. So this is one in outer div tag. Under this we have table. See, under this table we have one more div tag. Here one more div tag. This div tag refers to internal div tag. Under that we have one more. Under this we have one more. Here header, footer, all. You can find it here. Space, color, image. Here this is here required input field. Then one more one. This is one container. For this container, if I give background color, see here, can you see that background color? See, I'm changing CSS, so it is affecting on my application. Okay, so what is the real usage of each topic? I'm explaining in the demonstration. Each topic, real implementation, I'm showing here in the example. Okay, so like this, whatever color you required, that color you can apply for your website. Here, colorful structure alignment is by CSS. Every time root file will be HTML. Under this only we will learn about the JavaScript. Here, JavaScript is a functionality to our application. Here, JavaScript add functionality to our application. Here, you can find it here. Functionality of website, web page, we can create it using JavaScript. So using JavaScript only, we can add functionality to our application that it is possible by JavaScript. Here, what is this functionality? Check it. See, I want to submit. Here, I'll get error message. Here, I'm submitting here. I'm getting error message. This error message, email address required, job title required, company name required. These all because of JavaScript. Third topic of our course is here JavaScript. Because of that, you can see here functionality to our application. Functionality of a web page, we can create it with this JavaScript. Here functionality, here validations. Here validations, cookie creations, local storages, session storages. Here, etc., we will learn under this JavaScript. Under this JavaScript only, we will learn here all validations, cookie, local storage, session storage, all these things we will learn under JavaScript. Using JavaScript only, you will understand here how to use these all topics to develop our application. Okay, so to develop our application, how to use these all, that you will understand under JavaScript. How to do validations, animation, submit event, clicking event, all you will learn under JavaScript. See here, here or here, if you submit it, you are getting error message. If your password box is empty, you will get one more error message. So that type of error messages you will get. Here it is not giving. Why? Because until I fill email address, it won't give any error for password. See, I'm giving some error, some user ID here. I submitted. See, if I submit it, see, that account is not available in the Facebook. Like this, we will get error message for us. So this is what here our front-end programming. In our front-end programming, you will learn here how to develop our application with our UI structure. So with our UI structure, how to develop our application, you will understand. Here, today's session, I explained here, starting topic, what is UI, what are all the three developments, server-side, database, and in this front-end, what is the use of first topic, HTML, second topic, CSS, third topic, JavaScript. And Monday to Friday session, I'll take topic sessions. Every Monday to Friday, it will be on topic sessions. Whatever topic I'm explaining, the topic I'll cover on Monday to Friday. Saturdays, I'll go for exams and project sessions. So generally, Saturdays, I'll go for project sessions as well as exams. In that project session, I'll show you real implementation of a website. Website real implementation, you will understand here in the project session. Exam, so once my topic is over, the topic related question paper, I'll upload it in the weekend test folder. Exam 1, exam 2 on CSS, exam 1 on HTML4, exam 3 on JavaScript. Like this, I'll upload all question papers. After your exam, I'll upload answer sheet. Okay. Like this, you can see here one question paper related to topic. Next. Here, topic wise, every class recording, every class paint file, every class document, everything I'll upload it in one drive. The drive will be accessible to you. So by that, you will get idea about my all classes. See, you can see 60 items. So more than 60 batches I completed up to now. In online. I'm also taking offline classes. Offline also I have completed few number of batches. So you will see how my implementation with the real time in the class. Every topic real-time implementation, and once topic is over, I'll give you one task. Suppose events completed, I'll give you calculator application as the task. Once first topic completed, that related task. Second topic completed, that related task. Like that task I'll give you for our development. Yeah. So this is about the today's introduction part. If you have any doubt, every day it will be 1 hour session, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. No change in the class timing. 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'll continue your class. Once I start JavaScript, that day onwards, I'll take 8:30, half an hour early, 8:30 to or 8:45, 15 minutes early. 8:45 to 10 o'clock, I'll continue your class. If any change of class timing, if any informations, you will get it from organizer, and I'll share my mail ID with you. I'll share my mail address with you. So with that, you can contact me after completion of your task. Or if you have any queries, you can contact me in that mail. Yes, up to now, any doubts? Sorry, up to now, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Doubts, anything? Yes. Career related or job related doubts or content related doubts, any doubts?
Hello.
Yes, please. Yes, come on.
मैम मैं एक्चुअली जावा डेवलपर हूँ मैम.
Okay.
मैम अभी फ्रंट एंड का नॉलेज नहीं है, ज्यादा है, थोड़ा बहुत है, मैं कर लेता हूँ. बट मैम मेरे को ना साथ के साथ एंगुलर या रिएक्ट दोनों एक पे ही, मेरे को अभी एक फ्रेमवर्क पे मैम मेरे को काम करना है, एंगुलर पे.
You want to go for Angular and React, or
एंगुलर
want to
मैम,
go
एंगुलर
Angular? Once I start
Yeah, ma'am.
JavaScript session, that day onwards, you can go for Angular classes parallel.
ओके मैम. यस मैम. ये थैंक यू सो मच मैम.
Yes. Any other doubts? And every class will be recorded. Every class files I'll upload in one drive. So tomorrow we'll complete our demonstrations. Wednesday onwards, we'll go with our first one. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.